John, your host. This is Max Metalworks Container Home. An update on the Trent River project that we're building. It's a single-family, two-story, multi-container, sea container home. There's a lot that we've accomplished. It'll be great to give you this update to see how far we've come, and of course to see really how far there is left to go. Join me on a little journey. I'll take you through a bit of a tour to see how far we've come, and then we'll actually get some work done. As pretty as I may look. And by the way, if you're here for a hair tutorial or makeup tutorial, I apologize. You have definitely come to the wrong place. So, for those who are still curious and capable, let's get some welding done, let's get some metal cut, let's get some things placed. Come on, join me for this update. Come on. So far, you can see we've got the concrete pad poured and the two lower containers set and mounted down. By establishing the two containers on the outside of the pad, we create a space in the center that we build up with breezeway engineering components, creating living space usable between the containers. As you can see, there's still a lot of work yet to do.
The engineering also included 20 3.5-inch diameter helical piles set to torque and incorporated into the concrete pour. The strength of this pad is pretty strong. But before all that technical talk, we should start at the beginning. This journey began with a family of 5 working hard, having a vision that a house can be more than the 3 choices that the builder offers. The vision was contained in the idea that we could custom build a home together, designed to suit and meet their needs, combining living space with working space, with growing space for their family. Now, is it the most cost-effective way to build a new custom home? Any modern builder looking for profit would tell you this is insane. But there was a time when we used to build homes to last longer than 15 years on a 30-year mortgage. Many of us might remember what we used to call a generational home. So why shouldn't a home last 150 years? I figure if we start with steel, Corten, and some quality craftsmanship, we've got a chance. Now let's get back to some of that technical stuff. Here you saw this snippet earlier. It's an isometric view of the containers in place with the shop drawing level of structural fabrication required. So this will be the tie-ins for the first floor and the continuation up into the roof supports, and also the tie-ins for the 2 upper 20-foot containers that are offset from the lower 40-foot containers. You can see in this schematic a bit more of the breakdown from a 3D view. Now let's take a look at some of the initial concept elevations. This is the front door view elevation showing deck work, possible greenhouse work, and window placements. Moving around the elevations counterclockwise, we see the end view of the containers in this view, showing some of the highlights of the window wall, allowing the south exposure to gain the most amount of light, some of the accents and attributes of the opening containers off of the 2 workspaces are really key and integral to the inside-outside concepts in this design. Next elevation slide shows us the rear of the master and the back working office opening space. The ability to open those container doors to the outside is a real key to summer work being as productive as possible. Being able to have the butterflies land on your overdue spreadsheet might be considered an advantage. And around to the last side, where the kitchen and the upper mezzanine living space meet some of the deck work and upper children's rooms. Now is as good a time as any to interject with a shameless plug. At Max Metalworks, we've tried for over 2.5 decades to bring dreams into steel. We've taken a lot of vision and hand-forged and created a lot of spectacular things. So please check out our website at maxmetalworks.com. That's M-A-C-S, metalworks.com. We'd be happy if you could check it out there and have a peek at some of our other galleries, some of the other fantastic things we've brought to life. And like and subscribe, but I'm not even a YouTuber. I can't even afford a proper microphone. Now back to the site. Here we're taking a quick look around at some of the progress we've made in the columns and posts being installed underneath the cross I-beams and welded right to the container. That inner courtyard window is mounted, and the final doors are framed and fully weld seamed all the way around. The opposite door to the other workspace is also complete and fully weld seamed, and the other posts and openings are tied into the I-beams above. We've made some good progress. Structural on first floor is coming along well at this point, and we're preparing to weld in the other cross members. Looking from the view in the courtyard, you can see the advantage of that 4x4 window, both to the workspace and to the courtyard, with lots of lateral light. This side of the columns will be the staircase going up to the upper mezzanine, but the purpose of those columns being expanded is to give the master bedroom the size needed for the king-size bed. Up above we had the columns mounted, and as you can see where we mount the columns to the openings, we add a 2x2 HSS structural column, stitch welded to the column, but then fully seam welded along the corrugation.
Welcome back. John again here. So our next step here at the site, beautiful day by the way, beautiful day. I love it when the sun is shining. The weather is sweet, makes you want to move those dancing feet, or at least the welding ones. So, I'll show you what we're going to be working on here. You see, there we go. So, up behind me we've got a couple of cross members that we've welded in. You can see the girts, clips. So we're going to be doing the same thing over on this side now. Up here, over the opening, in these two spots. So, we're going to get the pieces lifted up, we're going to get them clipped, got to get the clips made, and then we'll be welding up there and making lots of fun. So stick with us, stick around, let's get some fabrication done. Well, I just thought I'd give a good update. We're making good progress today, but it seems I've just received a tornado warning. The skies are definitely not agreeing with me getting some more work done. I do suppose that one exciting thing that we can see, at least, I didn't think I'd be having to test it this way, but steel houses and container homes, I'm sure, will be tornado proof. Tornado resistant? Could get interesting. We'll keep you apprised.
Luckily, the only tornado visible was the spatter from my messy welds. Oh.
So, for the next stage, we had a local fabricator that helped us with a lot of the structural steel members locally. Saved us a fortune on logistics instead of coming up from my shop. So, local fabricator was able to take on some of the structural fabrication members, columns, posts, beams, and whatnot. But they shorted me on clips, so I made some. We are, as anybody that knows me would hear me said 1,000 times, we are Canadians, not Cantonadians. So we just make them up. We make them up here on the site. There we go. beams lifted up into place, and we'll get these welded in. See you in a sec. Okay, curious and capable people. I may just be dressed up for the ball, but hopefully we can actually apply some welding here rather than just looking pretty. Let's get started. Thanks for your patience.
Now this is where we go into some die-hard footage. Only the true fabricators can appreciate watching someone else work at 2x speed. I can't take too much credit for moving that quickly. Thank you to the 2x. They unfortunately don't have a faster option available. But here you can see me tacking in the clips and then full seam welding down both sides. In this case, in the background you can see I'm running a datum piece to establish the top of the I-beam as the 0 point, so that the lower beams are welded at 0 height to the tops of the I-beams that go across the two containers. Now all of those I-beams have been set at exactly 114 inch underneath, so that you get a good level second floor and 0 point to the grid line. I do like to be as precise as possible on those kinds of things, because they do make for an overall quality build. Yes, I'm still welding, even at 2x. Man, this guy's slow. I guess it's supposedly harder to do the director's cut here and critique your work as you're watching yourself work, but some of you are always asking for more footage, so we thought we'd include some of the spark and burn footage. Not so glamorous, but certainly this is where the real work gets done. This is the work that allows us to recommend that our great-grandchildren go by and take a look at our work. Here I'm just going to scrape the welds and do a visual inspection. Make sure that I've got good penetration, no porosity, that we've got good solid welds. Nothing wrong with welding your house. I'm going up and over now to get the clips on the other side. I'm also realizing how much this sounds like a live golf broadcast. Oh, this could be a tough approach. He's got the clip lined up well for the weld, but I don't know if he's got the right extension on his tip. He's going to confer with the caddy, but he might want to lie this up on the short side. Oh, no, he's going for it, full stroke. Looks like he's avoided the bunker. And he's landed the weld in the fairway. Let me just take a second to genuinely express my thanks for how great this life is. This is such a beautiful spot up here. Being able to work out in the sun, big open sky on such a beautiful piece of property. Being able to do such an amazing thing, building a family's dream home. Wow. I'm very thankful for the pursuit of meaning. And I'm really thankful I can be a part of something bigger. Here we're moving over to the other beam to repeat the process. Rinse and repeat. Welding the clips on both sides of this one. I think we'll get the upper before we go down and move the ladder.
I totally understand if you 2X that. No problem. Thanks for sticking with me. That's an update. Yesterday we finished off the welding of the clips. After the positioning of the beams. Again, these beams carry the load over the opening of the container here. And of course the secondary containers that go up to create the second floor. So just like this side, clips in, bolted in, and the girder's in place. We also, sorry if I'm making you dizzy, managed to get the cross member here that ties in the roof structure above the kitchen. You can see the 20-footers in the background there. They will be rising and be the offsets up on top to help create the second floor over up on this side. We're getting there, guys. Sorry for the dizzy, but we're having good fun. We're working now on removing the windows so that we can cut these. These windows are now 4x6 full wall height windows, which will be a lot more natural light coming in. You can see the pencil line there for the new cutout. So it will be a large scale 6-foot window here. That'll be a very, very nice thing. Beautiful view. Okay, curious and capable people. Next up on the docket, we've got some great progress made for the new window sizes going into the front. Everything's been changed from 4x4 to 4x6 now. With 4x6 windows, we're going to have a great giant opening up here in the living room and in the workspace. Here we've cut out the opening for the work side, and we've added a slice through the corrugation for the HSS 2x2 to run vertically as a structural support. You can see that will slide in there. And what you'll have is that welded support running up and down on both sides of the new window frame to the windows that are ordered. So now we'll be able to contain both sides of that and have the new lintels weld in between them, top and bottom, to be able to support the new structures being 4x6 foot. Nice big 6-foot opening, almost from ground to ceiling. Beautiful. Let's get this structure in and welded, and let's keep it going. So again, you can see we've got the rough cutout done from the original 4x4 window frame. Now those windows were actually a little bit bigger than 4 feet. They were 52 inch. So what we've got is a little bit of a gap oversized to fill in and to work with, but that works well with the 2x2 box tube structure that we're adding parallel on the verticals. So that's how we're starting. We got these frames cut out from the opening, and what a mess. Coming over to the proper size now window, what we have here is the 4x6 opening with the 2 verticals just tacked in for now. We'll be getting to the welding in a moment. You can see there's a bit of patchwork I'm going to add down the side there, just from the inside. We'll have some exterior trim that will make everything look pretty. For any of the welders out there, yes, I'm going to fully seam it. Can't help myself. That being said, the 4x6 window is a significantly different window. Much, much nicer. It will present well to the front facade of this house. It's going to be beautiful. I know. Less talking, more welding. We've made good progress here. We'll step inside. Oh. As we can see, all the cross members now for the first floor and all of the posts and columns are set. The welding is done on both of the openings. And again, all of the I-beams are now welded in place at the 114-inch, leveled off and set. Exciting stuff. Next session, we'll be doing some more of the openings. We'll be transferring over some of the windows to the upper containers so that we can get those ready. There's so much to do. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for your interest. Capable and curious people. Stay curious, be capable. Thanks, guys.
And again, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being interested, curious, and capable. Check us out again at maxmetalworks.com. That's www.macsmetalworks.com. We've got quite a few galleries and some interesting things to see. And hey, let's start a discussion about your next project. Thanks again, everyone.